pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to the original Bluegrass show, Back Porch Harmony. This is Denny Major, your host. Be here at 10 o'clock tonight. We got special guest live music coming up here very quickly. Jim Grussendorf and his son Jim from Duluth, Minnesota, going to do a short set for us tonight with some nice bluegrass and traditional music. So that'll be coming up. We'd mentioned 8, but we're going to do a little bit earlier tonight. So if any of those out there going to record it, have your recorder ready. Start the program out with the fiddle of Kenny Baker, the Denver Bell. Beautiful tune by Kenny, great fiddler. Here's Mac Wiseman.
Find nobody home.
The fine sound of Mac Wiseman here tonight on the original Bluegrass show, doing When the Soldier Knocks and Finds No One Home. And got some other little tunes in that little set there. We heard the Goins brothers doing an old Ray Price number called Talk to Your Heart. Flat and Scruggs were in there with a piece called Rock the Little Baby to Sleep. Carl Shiflett did When the Smoke Goes Up and the Money Goes Down. And we also heard the Osborne brothers doing Pain in My Heart, and we also heard Mac Wiseman Live and Let Live, and Bill Napper and Charlie Moore did Filipino Baby. And it's 26 past the hour of 7 o'clock, and support for programming on KAXE comes from our listener members and from the Neighborhood Tavern in Effie. The Neighborhood Tavern serves Effie and the world 365 days a year with selection of beer, wine, liquor, non-alcoholic refreshments, and hospitality. The staff at the Neighborhood Tavern in Effie are proud to support the best radio station in America, KAXE. And that's our good friend Marsh and the gang up at the Neighborhood Tavern there tonight. And tonight in their studio we got live music. Got Jim and Jim. Which one of you guys is Jim?
I'm Jim. So am I.
They're both Jim. We got two Jims here tonight,
Yeah.
and they come here from all the way from Duluth, Minnesota. Jim and Jim are personal friends of mine and been friends for many years, and we're going to play some good music.
Yes, we're going to try.
We're going to try. Well, I don't think you even have to try, Jim. I think you can get more music in one note than most people can get in 10. How does that go?
Well, that sounds good. Okay.
Sounds pretty good. Let's see what do you want to...
Let's try, how about Grandfather's Clock?
Grandfather's Clock. Okay, I'm going to put my headphones on. I got to take these funny glasses off. By golly, you guys are coming through.
What do you think of that, Denny?
Jim, that was mighty fine. And I can say Jim to both of you because both are Jim. And if those who are just tuning in, We have Jim and Jim Grussendorf and his son Jim. Jim, how long have you been playing the guitar?
About 10 years now, Denny.
10 years on that thing. Well,
Yeah.
by golly, Jim, I hate to ask
Oh,
you, but
no.
how long have you been playing that band?
Oh, that's quite a while. Quite a while, Denny. I've been on this instrument here maybe 45 years or so. Sometimes it may not appear that way, but that's the way it is.
Well, that's how it is. You know, it seems like time just ticks by.
It
And
sure does.
in fact, Jimmy was asking me how long I've been out the station here, and he thought I'd been here maybe 10 years. And I said, you know, you think about it, it's 20-some years. And I says, it's since 76, I
Boy,
believe.
that is quite a stretch.
I've been a volunteer here for, well, forever. One of the early volunteers, and I've been doing this bluegrass music on here for a lifetime. And generally, I play the traditional, and Jim played traditional. And you got the, what are you going to do next?
I'll tell you. How about transcending things a little bit and make a bluegrass-sounding tune out of Blue Bayou?
Oh,
How would
man.
that be?
Okay,
Roy
is that
Orbison
the old Roy
Oh,
Orbison
yes.
tune?
Okay.
Okay, all those out there in Radio Land, this is probably the first time you heard this on a 5-string and a guitar. I believe Roy Orbison would highly approve of that one, Jim.
That's kind of a nice tune.
Yeah, it's
a sweet.
That's a sweet tune.
You bet it is.
Done up on the 5-string style. Never heard it on the banjo ever.
Well, it was just one that kind of inspired me. I like some of those Orbison tunes, you know. We've got to try to transcend. We've got to take advantage of some of these interesting tunes.
Very
Denny,
good.
and bluegrass them out, you know.
I think that's a good idea, especially do it up without making a jazz version of
Exactly.
it. And that's kind of my idea too.
Mhm.
What are you going to do next?
Well, Denny, do you recall the years ago, the Laurel and Hardy movies? There was one movie called Zenobia. What was it, Jim? Zenobia?
Yes.
I think it's with a Z.
Yes, it was.
Zenobia.
And
there was
there was
39 or 40.
Yeah, it
Just
just
39, I believe that was.
interesting movie. But there was a soundtrack in there,
Yeah.
and there was a song called "In the Evening by the Moonlight," with a choral group singing it, and we've kind of made an instrumental version out of that. In the evening.
Okay, folks, in the evening, the Laurel and Hardy tune done on with Jim and Jim. mighty fine Zenobia. Zenobia, and it's called In the Moonlight?
Yes.
That's real.
Hank Johnson, our mandolin player in our group, you know. Denny, you met him several times. I'm
Right,
sure.
yeah.
He's the one he's kind of a Laurel and Hardy buff, and he introduced us to that tune. We just think it's a pretty tune. Interesting on bluegrass instruments.
And it's nice how you put that into music from the soundtrack. Okay, what are you gonna
try?
What are you gonna do next, there, boys?
Let's try Pike County Breakdown.
Okay, this folks, this is an old flat and struck piece done by Earl in the late 40s, early 50s. And here's Jim and Jim's version of the Pike County Breakdown. Wow. Super. You do a good job of that one.
Thank you, Denny.
Thanks. What do you got up next for us? For the good
Jim,
folk.
Jim,
See, Jim, now, before we go, I want you to know this, young Jim. I'll just call
Yes.
when I say young Jim, that's Jim's son. This is going all over the world. This is KAXE is on the internet, so there could be somebody in Australia picking this up.
Are you kidding me?
No,
you're not.
No. I talked to one of my youngest son out in Portland, and he's works for a company out there, and he's just going to tune it in on his computer at work.
Okay.
It's kind of a benefit, working for a computer company. So, but anyway, and we don't know how many listeners we've got, but we know that this is basically live on the internet, so. You're worldwide now. You're
Okay,
international.
that sounds good to me.
So I'll make you a little bit nervous.
Yeah, a little
And-
more nervous now.
I had a call from somebody, and they said, you're doing an excellent job.
Great.
How about really stretching the word transcending and do a Leonard Skinner tune? Now, you can easily tell who introduced me to that kind of a tune.
Jim, I
Jim
think
Jr.
your son is
Yeah.
influencing you in your music.
So we have, like Earl Scruggs review, we've got JDG review here in a certain way and form. So we're going to try, what is the name of this Leonard Skinner song you're going to do, Jim?
Well, believe it or not, it's a song called "Things Going On."
Things Going On.
Things going on. And before you start, what Leonard Skinner album was that on?
Well, I'm not quite sure. I can't remember that, but it's kind of ironic. It has to do about politics and how the government is run, and they kind of wrote the song out of frustration. Things going on that you don't know about.
Well,
One of the phrases in there says, "All I think they do is just sit up there and get high." So
Well,
that's
could be
one
true.
of their frustrations.
Okay. Things going on. Your version of a Leonard Skinner piece here tonight on the original Bluegrass Show. Take it away. that was nicely done.
That was Skinner there.
That was the Skinner piece, then, huh? Now what? Let's whip out one more.
Let's whip out. What do you think? Then we'll ask the folks to listen to one more song. Maybe we should end with a little gospel tune. What do you think?
Let's do a gospel.
What a friend.
What a
That's
friend.
one everybody knows.
Okay.
Okay.
Really good. Now, you used the cams on that one, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
That's if those who are listening out there, that twanging you hear,
That twanging.
that is a mechanical device on the 5-string built into the pegs. That
I tell you,
we had these cams for years,
Yes.
and
it sounds so pretty, doesn't it, Denny?
Yeah.
I'll just give a little demonstration.
yeah, do
Just
the
a little-
he's going to demonstrate. Okay, that raises the note up and drops the note
Yes.
down. It's very simple.
Nice sound.
It's a nice
Nice
sound.
sound.
You got anything else here, or do you want to take a break for a minute? Jimmy, and the guys are going to take a break, and then I'm going to talk them into coming back and play a couple more numbers, and they're going to go back and retune into the key of D. So here's a little music here coming up. There'll always be a rocking chair around the house. And we're back here again. We're still here. We haven't left. Jim and Jim are back again. What'd you do, Jim? Retune those?
We returned them to the key of D for Reuben
Okay, we're going to do
and maybe a little home sweet home.
a little home sweet home. Okay. What are you going to do first? Reuben first? The old Scruggs piece there? Reuben, Jim and Jim.
Jim and Jim.
Guys, can you do one more? Something
Sure.
catch you in the key of D. John Henry or something? I put you on the spot here. You gotta.
Well, I tell you, I don't know. I think we're pretty well.
Jim's
Pretty well.
pretty well played out
Well,
for tonight driving in here.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
but-
okay.
But next time we're coming, we'll do it
Well,
more.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't want to get you all tired out
Well,
here.
we've been talking about this for quite a while, Denny. It was sure fun that you would have us up here to do this, and I tell you, you have quite a program here. Let me tell you, you're to be commended with the choice of music that you select here on the records, and especially the live talent that you bring in.
Well, we bring in the best,
That's
Jim.
pretty good.
You know, anytime that we can get a family together to play, we're really happy.
Yes.
And it's something that
Sometime-
there's not a lot of radio stations that do this anymore. I mean, there's
No, there
there most radio stations, from my it looks like are getting bought out or eaten up by the other, and KEXC is one of the few sole standing public broadcast stations, other than ones at universities, left in in the United States. And we just chug along out here. I've been a volunteer, and we got a lot of volunteers that come in on Friday nights and do bluegrass and country, and that's our mainstay.
Beautiful.
But I am just tickled that you guys came down and played.
Well,
I've been telling everybody.
well, next time, if we come again, Denny, we can come maybe a little more better equipped. We have a mandolin player that usually goes with us, Hank Johnson, and we've just recently upgraded things in the looks department a little bit. We've added on occasion a fiddle player, Becky
Oh,
Becky
wow.
Lawrenson from Cotton. Some of you
I'm
folks
sure the
out there
folks
know
up
about
in,
her, and you
Cotton-
understand what I mean when we're upgrading things in the looks department.
Oh yeah.
I don't think
How
Rod-
well does one know?
I don't think Rod would mind my mentioning that. And then,
No.
so we have Hank on the mandolin, Becky on occasion, and Jim and Jim. And
Jim and Jim.
We have
Right.
Keith Pearson on the dobro when we can get him.
Well,
See,
we do have a small studio here, Jim.
we could.
But we will get them in, and maybe by then they'll. I would never be able to figure out how to flip the switch to get over in the other studio to record or play. But believe me, we've had this. You're my third band that I had in here, and we have always got the people in this room to play. And I think when you hear the tape, Jim, the acoustics on it, that you're gonna say this is a good little recording studio.
By golly, you betcha.
And it's just a pleasure to have people come in and play, especially bluegrass, which is the only thing we allow.
Well, Denny, thank you much again, and we're going to skitter on out of here now and
You're going to skid on down.
grab our coffee and
Well, I
and-
should ask you folks, are you guys going to take in the big hunt tomorrow?
no, Denny, I don't think I'm going to.
Jim?
I don't
involved.
think so. I'm more into the grouse hunting right now, and I wanted to tell my Uncle Johnny that I didn't see any on the way up. So
Grouse?
Yeah, if we see him, we have to stop and try to get him for him. So
Okay.
But-
we can understand
Yeah.
John's, John's position on
Yes.
that one.
I think Johnny's at 29 or 30 birds
I
so
think
far.
so. Yes, he is.
John's doing his part.
Yeah.
That's a little overkill, wouldn't you say, Denny?
I would say John has shot more birds than, but we're all for the American way.
Well, thanks for letting us up here, Denny.
And thanks for coming in. And I'll get some music played on here, and I'll have somebody's talking on the phone. So we're gonna swing into some music here, and I can get the band out of here. The fine sound of Kenny Baker there doing Paris Waltz. And you are tuned to KEXC Grand Rapids, Brainerd, Bemidji, Hibbing, and Virginia. And we're at 91.7 FM in Grand Rapids. And we're at 105.3 FM in Bemidji. And 89.5 FM in Brainerd. Those are translator numbers. And we are Northern Community Radio, coming to you from the studios out here at ICC. And I'm Denny Major, your host. Getting you all primed up for that big deer hunt tomorrow. And I guess there was this extreme amount of traffic on the road tonight and to this afternoon. I don't hunt, so I mean I'm not out there, so. But anyway, we got to look at the weather. And for tonight, we're going to expect mostly cloudy with a possible chance of flurries, low around 25 degrees, west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, becoming southwest 5 to 10. Saturday, partly sunny, high in the mid to upper 40s, southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, mostly clear, low in the 30s. Sunday, a 30% chance of showers, low 30 to 35. Highs 45 to 50. Rain chance is about 30%. And looking to Monday, chance of rain, mixing with snow by late evening. High around 40, lows near 35. And I don't think they're looking for a lot of snow, just maybe some flurries. I haven't heard there was. I heard in the western part of the state there might be considerable snow compared to here, but we're not there. And this is Original Bluegrass Show, playing music for you here tonight. We had live music with Jim and Jim Grussendorf from Duluth, father and son combo here, and I sure hope you all liked it. And we're going to have them come back again and play with their full band here. We don't know when, but it'll be sometime maybe during the winter. And I guess at this point we'll just get a little more music going up here. Here's Country Cassette.